Welcome back to Arts and Leisure on the HAN Network. We're joined on the couch with Glen Colello. Glen, you are the co-owner of Catch a Healthy Habit, right? Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
In Fairfield. And you've got a special movie premiere coming up next Thursday in Trumbull. The movie's called Consumed. It's a thriller, right? About GMOs?
It's tagged a thriller, yeah. So it's very exciting. At Catch a Healthy Habit Cafe, we're a full-service, vegan, raw food cafe. But we take a lot of pride in educating the community. And also we believe that educating the community could inevitably create some more customers too.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we love showing documentaries. We've shown probably 24, maybe even more documentaries over the time since we've been open. This is something different.
A new
for us.
adventure.
This is not a documentary. This is actually
this
the
is a film,
first
96 minutes, right?
Yeah, this is the first film that solely specializes on the topic of GMOs with like real deal director and a real deal actresses, and Danny Glover's in the film, and
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, so it's
Victor Garber. It's quite a cast.
It's very exciting, and again, I have not seen the film other than the trailer.
Oh, so you're gonna be watching it for the first time too.
Other
cool.
than the film festivals and having shown the screening before. It's not really out there yet, and it's a unique way of getting it out there through this company called Gather. But yeah, it'll be the first time that we see it, and we've got a group from GMO Free CT coming to speak about the film afterwards to answer questions, because this is not the solution. This
raises questions.
This raises questions. That's all Daryl and Zoe Lister Jones wanted to do was raise questions, because they knew to get this out there, they couldn't be pro, they couldn't be anti, they just needed to basically paint the scene,
right,
and create conversation. And I believe that it'll create a pretty interesting conversation. I've invited people who I know want to see this labeling, GMO labeling, and I've invited people who don't want to see, don't understand why there's so much fuss about the
And you had the
labeling.
governor in your shop signing the GMO labeling bill, right?
Yeah, the ceremonial signing, was Daniel Malloy came to the cafe, and that all stemmed from Tara Cooke Lippman. Tara Cooke Lippman, if I can just tell you the back end story to why we're showing Consumed, is Tara Cooke Lippman's a mom of 3 young children. She's a former New York City lawyer, and back in 2011, we brought Jeffrey Smith to speak in Fairfield. Jeffrey Smith is the founder of Institute for Responsible Technology, and he's been writing books and has also done his own documentary on how toxic, detrimental these GMOs are to our society. And so she sat in the seat, she listened to what Jeffrey said, and was completely consumed with needing to do something. And so from there, the ball started rolling. She took it, she got some other moms together, she got some groups together, and being a lawyer, she figured out how to go about this.
How to make some actual
change. How to make it happen. We had help from Representative Tony Wong, who came and sat down.
He's been to our studio several times.
Yeah, he likes the camera. So Tony came and really helped Tara understand what's going to happen when you get to Hartford and what needs to be presented and how it needs to be presented. So he's instrumental in getting some of the original, or getting Tara to feel comfortable going in front of Hartford to get this done. So it was signed. Connecticut was the first state to sign a GMO labeling bill, which has a trigger. So we're not labeling anything until enough states around us sign bills of their own.
So it's a nearby, you kind of need cooperation from Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York.
We do need cooperation, but Tara's in Hartford right now, or she would have came and joined me and been on the show, but she's in Hartford and they're still fighting to take the trigger clause away. And so it's still not a dead issue to get Connecticut labeling, because in July of 2016, the labeling kicks in for Vermont. So Vermont's going to be required.
California turned this down, is that right?
California turned it down. 3 other states, Florida, I believe there's one other state that had the ability to put it on the ballot, which Connecticut doesn't. Had the ability to put it on the ballot, they were turned down, and that just comes to the marketing money that the big corporations have to convince the people voting that your food's going to cost more if we have to label, and a litany of things that aren't necessarily proven to
A
be
little
true.
David versus Goliath type situation
Yeah,
where you
so-
have to educate people versus the big corporation.
Right.
Sort of
and-
like the business movies we were
I
just
know,
talking
I was
about.
about to say.
Yeah, totally. So, no, we're excited. Consume's going to be showing on the 25th of February,
Right, Marquee
7:30.
16.
Marquee 16 in
Right down the
Trumbull.
road, yep.
And, we've kind of got about 50 or 60 tickets reserved as of now, but we know that the swell comes leading right up to the movie when people know their schedules and are going to get there. So I'm actually expecting 125 people to come out to
That'd be
see
great.
this
And
see this
people
movie.
who want to get tickets can go to your website, Catch a
Yeah,
Healthy Habit.
right now the best place, catchahealthyhabit.com. We have an event page, and that's the feature event coming up for February. So you go there, and you would click on a link to Gather. And if I can talk about this in the sense of films, Gather, GATHR. They've given documentary filmmakers and other smaller filmmakers an avenue to get their films out.
Yeah,
So
it's
really
pretty
what
amazing
happens is Gather
process.
does all the legwork. All I do is say, hey, I would like to show Consumed. Here's the dates I'd like to choose from. They set it all up with the theater, and then boom, they click off and say, you're good to go. Now advertising, the problem is if you don't get enough people 10 days before the movie, then they shut it down.
pull
So
it
the
away.
theater
Yeah.
can now go ahead and put a movie and advertise for that movie. So we tip the scale, so we have enough. It's definitely shown the
That's
25th
good, yeah.
at 7:30, and we're really excited about it.
Now I have to ask, when Tara's in Hartford, does she wear that shirt, or is that just
She,
one that
you know what? She has worn the shirt, and she's been asked not to wear it. So she goes properly dressed. She looks great, and she says what she needs to say, and she's making things happen out in there in Hartford.
And how long have you guys been wearing those shirts? Do you wear them at the cafe or no?
Oh yeah, I actually bought a shirt for each staff member.
All right.
Yeah. So we're big into the labeling of GMOs is very important going forward.
Yeah.
And what people can do is they can go out and they can call the representatives and get them to ask them to release the trigger here in Connecticut.
Before we let you go, we're going to play the trailer for Consume for the people that are watching at home,
Awesome.
so they get kind of an idea what it's about.
Sure.
Hey, buddy. How was school?
Good.
Yeah, what happened?
I showed everybody my new football cards.
Yeah, did they like them?
Yeah, I needed a QB, so I traded Hank Lewis.
What's going on with your arm?
Nothing.
Why do you keep scratching it like that?
I don't know.
Stop scratching. Let me look at it. Oh my God, Garrett. This is really bad.
Consumed is a dramatic thriller set in the world of genetically modified organisms, or GMOs.
We had our world premiere at the 2015 Los Angeles Film Festival.
I found it really entertaining. I found the story kind of a fun thriller ride of this journey of this woman and her son trying to figure out what's going on. And I love that it played in the background within a world in which, you know, I'm a parent of 4 kids, and it's something I care about, which is what are we eating and where does it come from?
I thought this was an important story. It's a story that was a narrative, not simply a documentary. You've seen enough documentaries, you know, seen enough books on it, but something that gives us a sense that we can begin to add to the collection of information as a movement that's building right under us right now around our food and food safety.
I mean, I guess this is the first sort of, fictional depiction of what's going on. And I think given the script and the people involved in the film, it's going to be very powerful.
It's a conversation that I feel like people are having more and more now, but no one has really tackled it. And it's our children. What are we putting in our children? What are we putting in ourselves?
If anything, you know, we can get labels on food. We can get labels on things to get the general public, information that they don't have right now.
As opposed to a traditional theatrical release where the film may be only in a few cities, we wanted to take a different approach.
That's why we decided to partner with Gather. Now, anyone in America can see the film, in a theater near you. Click on See the Film on the film's website, consumedthemovie.com. Type in your zip code and see if the film is playing near you.
For a screening to happen, we need enough tickets to be reserved in advance.
Help us start a larger conversation about GMOs by hosting a screening of Consumed in your city, or by attending one. All you have to do is spread the word to your friends and your community.
With your help, people can see this movie as it was meant to be seen.
Help us make an impact.
And a very informative trailer that is. You get hear from the actors, but you also get to hear a little bit about Gather and kind of that movement and how that's happening.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of information there.
Yeah, I mean, I recommend all your watchers and listeners to see Gather. And there's another company called Tugg, T-U-G-G, and they have amazing, probably movies that need to be distributed better but aren't, and they're available to watch. And that note, the cafe signed up to show another movie on April 5th. Not sure where it'll be, maybe Fairfield, maybe Trumbull again, but it's called The Seed of Time.
Seed of Time.
And it's talking about how seeds, are becoming struggle with all the GMOs and whatnot. So now they've got a gentleman out in Austria, I believe, has a big seed bank, and it's all about him and the seed bank and what he's doing to collect these seeds in case we have a situation where we're out of seeds and we need.
This is a documentary, or
this next
so Danny
one.
Glover's not going to play the organic.
No,
farmer.
he won't play the organic farmer in that one. But Seeds of Time is April 5th.
All right, perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
And then of course, Consumed is coming to Trumbull next Thursday, 7 o'clock. Marquee 16, 100 Quarry Road. Glenn, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks a lot for having me. This
we
was
appreciate
awesome.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
It's going to be an interesting movie.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Have to check it out.
Thank you.
We're going to head to our second commercial break. We'll be right back on Arts and Leisure.